Welcome to the channel, to my latest 10th edition Warhammer 40k battle report, where the Space Marines are fighting the Necrons in and amongst these ruined city streets. In this battle report, the centre of the table is a bit of a murder fest. There's a bit of a murder bowl going on there, where line of sight and crisscrossing las cannons and explosions will erupt all round. So I've put some large line of sight blocking terrain here and here to help break that up. And of course, we have the massive GW ruins down at this side of the battle grid. The battle mat is from urbanmats.com, and all this pre-painted resin scenery that you see is also from urbanmats.com. But we have some dragon's teeth tank traps and some sandbags, and this lovely statue here from marchofwar.co.uk. And we're playing Dawn of War deployment. Take and hold, so 5, 10, 15 points on the primaries for each objective that you control. And chosen battlefield, we've stuck the objectives down in a random location. 1, 2, 3 here. There's one here, which is the deployment zone for this Dawn of War deployment, and one all the way back here next to these crates near the window for this deployment. And we welcome to the channel 2 new victims. We've got Beanie and Jules from Live and Let's Die. Say hi, Beanie and Jules from Live and Let's Die.
Hi, Beanie and Jules from Live and Let's Dice.
That's awesome. So you have your own YouTube channel called
Live and Let's Dice.
Talk to the people about your YouTube channel.
What we do is we do lots of battle reports as well as other board games as well, and some smatterings of live streaming where Beanie and I take each other on head to head every week, and the Monday Night Wars. Tons of very silly battle reports in our pocket multiverse of Brobnar, legally distinct from another thing.
Brobnar?
Yeah, just don't question too much about that.
Nice.
And we have lots and lots of fun, and we get very silly and sometimes a little bit weird with the rules.
And you guys know Chewy. Chewy's regular on my channel. He comes down and plays with you guys now.
Yeah. Chewy gives me neck ache having to look up to him all the time like that. 9 foot tall monster of a man.
I know.
Absolute legend.
Yeah, he could definitely beat up a Space Marine.
Yes.
It's definitely give him a good run.
Yeah. I have to shout out one more thing, because you are a super famous Twitch streamer as well. You stream on Twitch.
I do lots of streaming occasionally, yes.
Video games and things.
Lots of video games. You may have seen my silly face, or indeed heard my voice from the What Culture videos or Future Game Show, where I do all of my gaming content. But I mainly do some live streaming over there now. You can check it out either on the Future Game Show FGS or on What Culture Gaming.
We've got some real talent in the room over here.
Yes, it's over here.
No, Beanie and me, I don't, yeah.
I'm just in his wake here.
If there was a brains and brawns relationship going on, they're both on this side, trust me.
Okay. Couple more shout outs. We've got some objective markers from Grey Stag Gaming. Talk about this.
Oh, this is from our friend Jimmy. They are beautiful cut wood resin stuff there that you can get. Different command points, battle shocked tokens as well. They are magnetic bases here, which means that you can stack them, and they slide off so smooth, baby.
Yes.
It's very, very useful for just being able to cart these around and not lose them in your bag or risk them getting damaged. Great quality, great guy.
I like, they feel very ASMR. They're nice. Yeah. One more shout out for me, which is if you want some more battle reports from Winters SEO, then I put up Winters Wednesdays for Tier 3 channel members. There's an extra battle report every single Wednesday for that, $5.99. It's cheaper than a Costa Coffee. Well, it's about the same price as a Costa Coffee. Depends how many Costa Coffees. Let's have a look at the armies. Right, this is 1995 of Necrons. I didn't manage to get it bang on the nose of 2000, and I thought the shout-outs were over, but they're not over yet, because this glorious model here was painted to level 7 standard by Den of Imagination. 7. I mean, look, this is proper art on the blade and stuff like that. This is the Death Reaper model that I helped design with them. It is my proxy Nightbringer. So check out Death of Imagination Painting Studio, the greatest painting studio in the Sol system. And all of the lovely bases are provided by marchofwar.co.uk, because you can't get the Death Reaper model anymore. But James from March of War has got there's legal stuff. He's allowed to print, and if you want one of these, hit up March of War. It's not on his website, but go to March of War, send him a message, and then you can get your Death Reaper or some lovely marchofwar.co.uk resin bases. They are, aren't they? Because, I mean, I did a video on the speed painting of the Necrons. This is like the speed painting to get the army on the table as much as possible. And the thing that makes them pop is the bases.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
So, Necrons. If they're a character attached to a unit, they get +1 to hit in melee and close combat. And they've also got reanimation protocols. So in my command phase, they can heal wounds back into the units. And every unit that has a Resorb, and I've got 2 Lockhurst Lords here with Resorbs, do that in the opponent's command phase as well.
Saucy.
So I recently added a Lockhurst Lord and Scorpec Destroyer Lord, so now I've got 2 of each. So I thought, let's bring out the Destroyer Cults today. So you're going to see a Scorpec Lord with a unit of Scorpecs and a Lockhurst Lord with a unit of Lockhursts times 2. That should be epic. What do they do? Well, this guy gives them, I think it's devastating wounds. And when a Lockhurst Destroyer Lord joins a unit of Lockhurst Destroyers, normally they get lethal hits on 6s. So 6s to hit, auto wound. But he gives them 5s to hit.
Oh, bloody hell.
So, yeah, 4 of them. Then I needed more destroyers, so I've got 2 units of Ophidian destroyers. They're essentially in the list because they can deep strike. The Necron army can be quite slow and ploddy, and these are quick. And deep striking options to go into table quarters or to get behind enemy lines or to grab some of those secondaries, they're a thing. So they're in the unit. They also have the ability to burrow back down under the battlefield if there are no enemy units within engagement range of them. And then, of course, I brought along the Nightbringer. He's big, he's nasty, he halves all damage. So if you start shooting at him, you really, really want to kill him.
You're a cruel man.
Yeah.
He's, well, I needed some punch. Yes, I've got 2 units of Scorpec. See, the army, there's no real invulnerable saves anywhere here. So what you shoot, what you punch, you're going to get through. So Scorpec Destroyers, I've found that if you focus on them, and as I'm going up against Space Marines, Oath of Moment is a thing.
It's still very much a thing.
You can delete one of these units with ease, or you should be able to. So have a close combat threat, which is a bit more tanky, is the wave, I think. So that's why he's in the list. And then finally, at the front, we have a Chronomancer. The Chronomancer will be joining the Warriors, so instead of hitting on 4s, they're hitting on 3s. And it's all about time. He's flowing in and out of the 4th and 17th dimension. So this unit is always -1 to hit while he's attached to them. And he gives them the ability to move, shoot, move. You can see why he's in it. It's basically for the movement again, to make them a bit more maneuverable. And also to make them a bit more maneuverable, I've got 2 enhancements. This Scorpec Destroyer, he's got Septermal Weave. So he's got a 4-up Feel No Pain. This Lockhurst Lord has Veil of Darkness, so that is a once per battle redeployment, bit more maneuverability. This Chronomancer has got a kitten, this Lockhurst Lord has got a dog, and this one has got a terrible sense of foreboding because we're going up against Space Marines, and Space Marines are very, very scary. So loads of destroyers, backed up by the Nightbringer, a big unit of warriors to blob up and gum up the middle of the battle grid. Let's go and have a look at the boys in blue, or purple. They're purple today.
They are purple.
Yeah.
And here we have 1995 points of the Imperium's finest.
Indeed you do. What you're looking at right here are the Sentinels of Brobnar, our custom chapter for Live and Let's Dice. And they may be involved in some very silly battles, but they're all serious when the fighting starts. And they are headed up today by 4 lovely HQ over here. We've got a Primaris Tech Marine over here, who basically is going to look after the 3 dreadnoughts at the back, his little buddies, or his little workshop pals.
Yes.
He's got some cool abilities to heal them up, to give them +1 to hit when he awakens their little spirits, and also when you destroy them, if he's within 12 inches of them, his Omnissiah Power Axe goes up to 7 attacks, making him a surprisingly deadly close combat threat as well.
So if I kill one of his honoured brothers here, he gets really, really angry.
Yeah, super raggy.
Super job.
Indeed.
The other thing to point out with this guy, he gets lone operative as well if he's within 3 inches of the vehicle. So
it
you can't even target him.
Yes, you can just sort of like weave and duck between his machine friends over there, and hopefully boost them up as well.
So I don't want to kill the dreadnoughts.
Well, I would say just as a friendly thing, don't destroy our models. We spent a long time working on them.
Okay. Well,
next up, we've got the Primaris Lieutenant, who's going to be attached to this squad of Assault Intercessors. There's 10 that have been painted up by Beanie over there. And when he's leading them, he gives all the models in that unit the Lethal Hits ability.
Nice.
And they're eligible to shoot and declare a charge in a turn in which they fell back.
Cool.
Pretty spicy.
Yeah, lieutenants are good now.
They are very good. Beanie, tell them more about the captain.
So we have our captain in Gravis armour. He is a very thick boy and he refuses to yield, so he halves the damage when he gets hit.
Yeah, Nightbringer, how do you like that?
Yeah, he also has the Rights of Battle ability, so that means that he can basically spend a free command stratagem.
For free.
Yeah, he just goes, there you go, boys. A bit safer for you.
All captains do now. I love that.
Yeah. And he's going to be sitting in with the heavy intercessors. And then next to him is our sneakiest of librarians in Phobos armour, who, with his shrouding ability, will be giving them the stealthy ability, and you can't shoot them within 12, and he will be sitting with a squad of infiltrators.
Because I got one of these. I haven't fielded them yet.
You
so
should.
He's got lone operative.
Well, yeah, he does when he's got when he joins up with them. He can give them all the stealth ability units, which admittedly the infiltrators already have, or I believe the incursors may do. So it's not super beneficial in this loadout, but
you can't shoot them within
unless you're within 12, which definitely does help matters.
I'm gonna have to get me a couple of these for the
it gives 6
teams as
people
well.
an operative.
Yeah.
Okay, I like it.
So that means that you can just plonk them onto an objective, and you don't have to worry about them for a turn or two.
And he provides a little bit of chop to the unit that isn't very combat heavy, so charging them could be a bit of a risk.
Yeah.
Does he have smite like the other
He
Libyans?
does indeed.
does.
And trust me, this guy loves pushing it to the limits. He is too unlimited. There's no limit when it comes to the hazardous materials that he will handle because he loves going crazy on it.
I know that reference.
Yes, I'm trying to keep it 1995 related
There's no
specifically
limit.
because of the points there. So
That's my bag. 1990s. We're good.
So keep your bucket hat on as we move through the rest of the army here. We've got the heavy intercessors, which have got some lovely abilities when they're shot by AP1.
Damage 1 weapons.
Damage 1 weapons. They add 1 to their saving throw if they're on an objective, so that makes them great for holding and capping stuff
So
down.
you get a 2-up save technically with these.
Well, I don't know in that case, but maybe we'll have to double check the FAQs on that one there.
Right.
Then we've got the Stern Guard. You know him, you hate him because of the fact that they have the ability to shoot twice if they kill a unit, and he's got a nice little Live and Let Dice pauldron as well on the wrong side, I've been told.
Yes.
Then we move swiftly on to the Terminators, who are big, chunky, and full of funky. They absolutely love to smash and rip things apart, and they've got a teleport homer, and they are just pretty
Toughness
nasty.
5, 4 vulnerable save. Terminators are good now.
They are very, very
it's
good.
like Games Workshop just released some new models in Terminator.
I know.
They did.
And thanks to like the teleport homer and other abilities, it means they can actually zip around the battlefield fairly quickly with their deep strike. Then we've got the infiltrators over here, as we went through before. They're very, very stealthy. They are pretty much going to be our midfield or backfield objective cappers.
And we have a 6-up feel no pain thanks to their Helix Gauntlet, and you can't deep strike within 12 inches of them because of their comms array.
Which is very good. Next up...
Behind them we have some Desolation Marines.
Yes, now obviously these have got a bad rep for many, many reasons within the Warhammer community because they look like they're carrying Nerf guns.
I like Nerf guns.
Me too. I don't know why everyone hates Nerf guns, but also because they were for a time one of the most broken units until the Eldar came along and said, "Hold my Nuka-Cola." So they basically they're in that thing of like people hate the way they look, but they love the amount of damage they do, but then they hate the amount of damage they do, but some people love the look of them. It's very weird. I'm very conflicted.
They're a dichotomy.
Exactly, but the plus side is we're only running 5 of them, so no one can get too angry at us for putting them in there.
It's not 30 guys.
Exactly.
It's 5.
Exactly.
And we think they look cool.
Exactly, we love them. Over on the left-hand side, we've got the new Infernus squad, which admittedly aren't going to be too great at churning through toughness 5 or 6 models over there, but anyone that's hit by their Pyre Blasters forces a battle shock immediately, which could prove to be invaluable when holding objectives and things like that.
Great for Overwatch as well.
Indeed, they are. We've got Beanie's 10 Assault Intercessors over there that have a very cool ability, which is...
So if they get to reroll their 1s to wound in melee, and if the person's on an objective, it's full rerolls of the melee. So they
wounds,
so choppy if they can get in there.
Indeed they are. And speaking of choppy, we've got the 3 big boys at the back. The Ballistus, which is pretty cool. He doesn't need Oath of Moment in order to get some rerolls of hits against people, and when awakened, he'll be hitting on 2s with his vast array of weaponry over there. Next to him, we've got the Brutalis, which I absolutely love because when he finishes a charge, he can do tons of mortal wounds. And if you pop that, that tank assault, tank shock thing, you'll be doing double the amount of mortal wounds potentially with that strat in play.
And then he punches you.
Yeah, indeed. And he gets to re-roll all of his wounds because of the claws, which is also very nice. And then finally, rounding out the Redemptors is the Dreadnoughts is the Redemptor, who gets a -1 to damage coming in against him, and he's just a kind of all-rounder for us.
And just like to point out that he was painted for us by Rapid, who has been on your channel a few times. He hooked us up and painted that for us.
Hi, Rapid. So we've got Shooty, punchy, chonky.
Exactly,
Yes.
just basically a nice mix of the three there. And then another big shout out to anyone you see with these beautiful outlines here. Amazing work was done by Crazy Doug, who is an absolute legend. He paints to a standard that embarrasses the rest of us.
Hi, Crazy Doug.
And then finally, leading at the back is over here the Vindicare Assassin. Now, if you ask us why we ran this assassin,
Why?
1, because he's cool.
Yes.
2, because we needed it to fill up the points. Because this is all of the ones that we've actually got painted for the Sentinels of Brobnar right now. But what a boy he is. He's got precision with his Exodus rifle.
Yes.
Which is going to Exodus the skull of many Necrons today, hopefully.
I see what you did there.
This is why I get paid the medium bucks, mate. So this is, and then finally he's got this dead shot ability, which means that if you roll a 6 to a critical hit, you add 3 to the damage of his rifle, meaning that potentially you can get D3 plus 6 damage out of that boy.
And once per battle,
Shield breaker round, which just
yeah.
ignores any armour, invulnerable,
any
or
save.
rank.
Yeah, any save.
Any save. You
Any
can do
save.
damage mitigation such as feel no pains and
Yes.
things, but any save.
Yep,
Yes.
he's going straight through your nugget.
Loads that one shell. Why doesn't he bring more than one of those
You'd
shells
think
to
he
a...
would.
But look at his costume there. It's a very skin-tight bodysuit. So therefore, where's he going to be hiding it?
That's true.
He has got bandoliers around his arms, though. You think he'd just fill it with that?
I mean, comment below where you think you might be able to fit an extra bullet if you're wearing a skin-tight costume.
Can I guess?
No, the Sneshy fans are already going wild.
Let's go to deployment. And we're deployed for this 2,000 point game of Take and Hold. Both of my units of Offered and Destroyers are in Deep Strike Reserve, as is the Terminators. And I've spread out all the way across the line. You see Scorpec Destroyers, Lockhurst Destroyers, Scorpec Destroyers, Lockhurst Destroyers, and down on that end is the Nightbringer and all the Warriors and the Chronomancer. And looking down upon them all the way up here is the Vindicare with precision hits, who's going to be sniping out my characters all game. And this is the home objective for the... What's the name of your Space Marine chapter again?
Sentinels of Brobnar.
I'm going to get that wrong so many times. The Sentinels,
Just call them the SOBs.
the SOBs,
Yeah.
with the Incurser squad are down here with the Librarian Infiltrator squad, which means you can't deep strike within 12 inches of them. And this bottles up your home objective quite well. Do you want to talk through the rest of the deployment? I notice all the Dreadnoughts are down here next to the Tech Marine, so he can't get shot at.
Yeah, so the plan is they're forming a little wall around their buddy who is within 3 inches of each of them, so he can do his blessings, the Omnissiah, give him a bit of a heal up, and generally just be protected, as you said. On our right flank, we have the Stern Guards, the Assault Intercessors, and the Lieutenant, because we feel between them they could maybe tackle with your destroyers over in that corner.
Yep.
We hope. The Desolation Squad are hiding out of line of sight because they've got their Castellan launcher and the Vengabus launcher, which can shoot people out of line of sight, which would be very nice for us. And if you do come a little bit too close to them, you're going to get some super crack.
Yeah. Don't do drugs, kids.
Yeah.
Yes. So now we've got the we've got the Infernus squad, who are, they can either go left, they can go right. They've the world's at their feet. They can do what they like, so they can just go to whichever threat is necessary. Then on the left we have our captain with his heavy intercessors who want that middle ground objective to go up against those warriors.
Nice.
They are aware the Nightbringer is there, and they are regretting life decisions a little bit.
Yeah. Worth pointing out some rules. You can shoot into ruins, but you can't shoot through ruins. So these guys are behind the ruin, cannot be seen. There's smoke and debris and ash coming up from there. And we're using the gravel as the footprint to see where the ruin starts and where the ruin ends. So you've got a really strong flank on this side. I'm more spread, but I do have Veil of Darkness. The Veil of Darkness dude is that one, because that's where my home objective is. I think it's that one. Yes, he's the Veil of... These are the two guys with the enhancements. The Veil of Darkness and the Feel No Pain are up this end. Let's grab a dice and see who goes first. To you, sir. Good luck. And that's a 3. And I've rolled a 1. So it is Space Marines, turn 1. And here are the orders for the Sentinels. They want to cleanse objectives in no man's land, and they want to storm a hostile objective. And the only objective that is held by the hostiles right now is right in the opposite deployment zone. Here we are after the Sentinels of Brobnar's movement phase. The Devastator Doctrine has been called, so the whole army can advance and shoot as though all their weapons are assault. And this target on the home field objective has been nominated as the Oath of Moment target, re-rolling all hits and all wounds against it. Now, because these assault intercessors are eligible to shoot, because Devastator Doctrine, they advanced all the way out here, they're cleansing that objective there.
They are indeed.
And that is a 3 CP.
Beautiful stuff.
Down in here, the Tech Marine awakened one of them.
He tickled the digital pickle of the ballistas over here, so now they are ready to shoot and hit on 2s, baby.
Okay. Behind them is the Desolation Squad. The Infernus are just a pip away from that objective there. They're below that. We'll put them on top so you can see it, but they're below it. Around here, their heavy intercessors move forward. There's some shuffling in the backfield, but essentially the Space Marines come busting forward using the Devastator Doctrine, lining up as many shots as they can, cleansing this objective on the far left flank as we go into the shooting phase. Of course, we're starting off the shooting phase with the one-shot, one-kill machine. The Vindicator is loading his Siege Breaker round, which ignores all saves, and is firing down at the Chronomancer here, who is accepting the responsibility of rolling a 1.
Unfortunately, I am. That's why we've held on to our CP already for this. Bang Bang Bart over here is going to line up his shot and hopefully hit on a 2. Come on, brother.
And it's a 6.
That's +3 to its damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Okay, so...
Strength 7. Toughness 4, and it wounds and ignores all damage, all saves, and this is D3 plus 6 damage.
I think he's gone.
He's only got 4 wounds.
Can you roll to see how
I want to see how daddy dead he would be. Okay, that would have been
8 wounds.
Pretty dang dead.
So, I'm just going to spoil the party, boys.
Dang it.
Protocol of the Undying Guardian. I'm popping it now. You can only do it on a character. Well, you can do it on each character once. Character's just destroyed. I set it back up within an inch with half of its wounds remaining. Hey. So you took his head right off, but then he reformed somehow, and he's got 2 wounds remaining.
Hey, listen, it was worth it.
Below the Vindicare, we're moving on to the heavy intercessors, lighting up this squad here. Because the Devastator Doctrine is in effect, they've got sustained hits on a 5.
They do, because of the Bolt of Discipline enhancement.
And you know what? Because the Chronomancer is still alive, bunny ears, it's -1 to hit.
Ah, nice one.
So you hit me on 4s and 5s.
Ooh, okay.
Go boom boom. Winning on 3s. At AP -1, I need 4. 4 up saves, and 2 of them fall over.
Not bad.
Then there's a heavy bolter, 3 shots.
Hit on 4s.
Ooh.
Okay, they all hit.
And one goes back in.
Nice. And wounding on 3s.
3s.
That is 3 more wounds. AP -1, I think.
Yep.
And you kill 3 more. We're moving down the table. The Oath of Moment target is getting lit up by the
Desolation Squad, baby.
down here. Okay.
This is the Castellan launcher shots going in.
Okay.
So this is D3 shots a boy, so it's quite a fair few shots.
So it's 12 shots hitting on 3s.
That's re rolling everything.
Yeah.
So let's get back in my... Oh, you smelly man. Okay.
Strength 4, toughness 5.
Come on.
But re-rolling because of Oath of Broken.
Oof, that's actually a really decent...
It's pretty broken.
Okay, cool.
I have 8 3-up saves to make. I only failed 2. And they have 3 wounds each. So one's tickled, but not dead yet. More guns.
The Vengabus launcher, D6 shots for a mighty 4.
Okay.
Hits on 2s
This is
time.
the one the sergeant has, right?
Yes, it is. Hits on 2s, rolling everything. Doesn't need it, baby.
Those 6s.
Okay. I know, I wish they did something, right? And then strength, this is 7. So 3s to wound, re-rolling everything.
Okay.
Okay.
3 wounds so far. 3 wounds so far. AP -2.
-2.
-1. 4s. I fail. The one that was
damage.
injured falls over. Now the super crack.
Super crack. Hitting on 4s though, re-rolling everything.
Yeah, stand school kids.
So 2 hits so far. 3 hits so far.
Strength.
7, I want to say?
7?
No,
I think
it's
it's
10.
7.
It's 10?
Is it?
Their toughness 6.
6,
Still
yeah.
3s, re-rolling everything. Oh, come on, 1. Do me a favour.
You know,
Thank you very
I
much.
don't have any of these guys. Should get some of these guys.
-2.
-2. 5s. I make 2 5s.
very
How
nice.
much damage?
D6 +1.
Oh, okay. Don't roll a 1.
Thank you. I didn't.
One's dead. Ballistas. Targeting the same unit. There's only 4 of the destroyers back there. We're starting off with the big missile.
Crack.
Crack. We're going for the crack. Okay, so hitting on 2s, re-rolling everything.
Everything hits.
Strength 10.
So 3s, re-rolling everything. Ooh, come on, mate.
1
Don't
so
do me in.
far.
Oh,
Just
do
1
me
AP
in.
-2.
AP -2, you are correct.
5 up save. No. D6.
D6.
Well,
Looking-
just D6.
D6.
Flat
Looking
D6.
for a 3.
So 5 again.
One explodes, and then 2 las cannons streak across the battlefield.
Come on,
2s. They both hit.
And they wound on 2s because it's strength 12.
Nice.
Slimy. I was about to say I better roll the double ones into double ones then.
-3.
You're up, yes.
Okay, I fail all those saves as well.
D6 plus 1 each.
Okay, so the first one
Dead.
murderizes. Second one
Dead.
also murderizes.
And there's 1 left with the Lord. Now, a Dreadnought number 3 is firing at the same target. Here's the Gatling gun of Doom.
Come on, baby.
3s to hit.
That's good, man.
Rerolling.
Easy beats.
Strength 6. Toughness 6. But devastating wounds on 6s. So there's 2 wounds straight away.
I think we're going to fish for everything.
Yeah.
Roll them all.
Because if we just get one more,
Yeah.
and he's
Yeah.
Oh my god!
okay.
No.
I actually made it worse.
It's fine.
AP dash. Don't roll a 1 or 2. I don't roll a 1 or 2. One's still left on 1 wound, but you've got the baby Gatling gun.
Come on, baby
Under
Gatling
his
gun.
left fist now. Hitting on 3s. Rerolling everything. And this one's strength 5, but does this have devastating wounds as well?
It does, yes. So 1/6.
Just 1/6. And I'm not reanimating in that squad.
And there it is.
There's the 6. This is the save on the Lord. He takes a wound as well. Actually, no, he's got a feel no pain, I think. No, so what happens is he has a Phylactery or a Resorb, and this guy's got a Resorb, which isn't going to help him very much. He's down to 5 wounds remaining. And of course, the Twin Stormbolters were in range at the same time, and these are going to hit on 3s.
2 shots.
Boom.
5s to wound.
1 wound.
Rerolling.
2 wounds. And he makes the save. So now the Brutalis, his Icarus, Twin Icarus on top, is in range of the Lord, firing in on 3s.
That's the noise he makes.
I like it. It's a nice noise.
And then he goes, when it comes to the wounds.
It's anti-fly 4+, so you can re-roll that because it's still the Oath of Moment target. Any AP on this shot.
-1.
He takes another 2 wounds.
Okay.
He's down to 3 wounds remaining. So after the Lord's unit gets wiped out and he's looking around wondering where all his friends are, we've got the last unit that is in range and line of sight and eligible to shoot. The Sternguard squad are firing at the Skorpek destroyers over here. You've got 2 combi weapons in that squad.
Sure, we'll start with them then. So that's 2 shots coming in, hitting on 4s, both hit.
Nice.
Anti-infantry 4-up, I don't know
They
if
are
it's
infantry.
Okay, so 4-ups. And I'll re-roll that one. No, I can't
No,
re-roll.
that's
I'm
five.
getting so confused.
I don't know if that's a save.
It is AP 0, so you have
Okay, I
saved
do make
that.
the save. And then there's a couple of
There's
special bolt guns in there as
2
well.
bolt rifles as well, which are 4 shots.
Okay,
These hit on 3s.
yep. Everything hits.
Nice.
5s to wound.
Ooh.
3 more wounds. Are they devastating or
They
anything?
are devastating.
So that auto wounds, and these are AP minus something.
-1.
Okay, so one of them has taken 2 wounds in total.
Nice, okay. And then it's just the heavy bolter. Cool, so hitting on 4s.
Here's the heavy bolter.
Okay, just the 1.
One of them hits.
Strength 5.
Toughness
doesn't
6.
matter, So, ooh, does not do anything.
And at the end of turn 1, the Sentinels of Brobnar, the SOBs,
The SOBs.
have wiped out the unit that was stood here, put a couple of wounds on this unit of Skorpek destroyers, and wiped out a chunk of warriors down here, and shot the Chronomancer's head off, but that's okay. He got better.
He's got a backup.
In the meantime, they're currently sat on 1-2 objectives for the primaries next turn, and you have cleansed this one down here with the Assault Intercessors,
Yeah, indeed.
which makes it 3 points to 0 in favour of the Astartes as we go into Necrons, turn 1. In the start of the Necrons command phase, I've got some reanimation to do, so I'll add D3 wounds back on here, and that one goes back up to 2 wounds. My Lord gets D3, and he's back up to full wounds, he's good, and he doesn't need to make a battle shock test. Oh, that's magnetized, it's fine. Doesn't need to make a battle shock test because the unit that he was a part of isn't there anymore. Over here, the Chronomancer, which you rudely sniped his head off, regrows a bit of his head. He's still got his left ear to go. He's up to 3 wounds. And the unit of warriors, I put 2 back in. And here are the orders for the Shattered Dynasty. They want to storm a hostile objective and take it off those sons of bitches. And also take a tempting target. A target that the guys from Live and Let's Dice have nominated. Here we are after the movement phase, sort of, because the Chronomancer allows units of warriors to move, shoot, move, and they've only got 12-inch range with their Gauss Reapers. So I did that already to get them up in range of that objective there. They were out of range to shoot anything, but the FAC is out, so you can do that. You're allowed to do that. The Nightbringer advanced round this way because I'm very aware of some counter charges from Dreadnoughts next turn, because the Space Marines have access to the Assault Doctrine, so they can advance and charge, and probably want to come charging around this way. And if they go charging in to the Lockhouse Destroyers, then there's a potential counter charge from the Nightbringer there. Keeping the Scorpex back here for now, because there's 5 Terminators out there that could deep strike in and get in behind me. So I'd like a counter punch. I did roll an advance so they could come onto this objective here, but they didn't come onto that. They only rolled a 1, and I'm not CP re-rolling it. Instead, there is a Lone Lord stood there. If you want to shoot a Lone Lord on his own, shoot a Lone Lord on his own, if you want to, because he's on this objective. That's your tempting target, right? That's the one you're tempting me with.
It's so tempting. There's cake there. There's little party balloons.
Cake.
It's great times.
What colour are the balloons?
What's your favourite colour?
Okay.
Yellow and green, I would say.
Yellow and green. And they all make little pulsing noises.
I'm not tempted, sir.
Oh,
I'm not tempted by your target, but over here, I do wish to storm this hostile objective. We'll do that momentarily, because first we must do a shooting phase, and there is only one unit that can shoot, and it is this unit here. And the longest range Dacker in your army is that Ballistus Dreadnought, right?
Oh, please leave
and
him be.
No, he's going to die. And he doesn't reduce all damage by 1, but this guy. No, because their strength of their guns is strength 5 -2, 2 damage.
Yes, but
I can pop a strat, which allows me to re-roll all wounds. It's called Protocol of the Conquering Tyrant. So Live and Let's Dice guys are popping a strat, Armor Contempt.
Yes, indeed.
For -1 AP. First I need to hit you though on 2s, because they're led by a Lord. And if I was shooting at the closest unit, by the way, Destroyers get to re-roll hit rolls of 1.
Really?
It's not the closest. However, 5s and 6s auto wound. 5 wounds already. These need 6s.
Wowzer.
Those are all my wounds. 9 3-up saves. We're rolling.
Badass.
Here, I see one failed.
1.
Oh, okay. That's just 2 damage. So the Shooty Dread is from 12 to 10 wounds. And that's the end of my shooting phase. I've got a 5-inch charge with the Scorpec Destroyers to try and storm this hostile objective, and I don't have any CP. But fortunately, I make the charge.
Winters.
No CP's been spent yet, but the Scorpic Lord has the Crimson Harvest rule at the end of the charge roll. Charge, what's words I'm looking for? Charge phase, charge move, charge. At the end of the charge, don't roll a 1. I rolled a 5, and that means that unit suffers D3 mortal wounds. For 3 mortal wounds.
My boy.
Then the Scorpic Destroyers swing their hyperphase weapons.
We are playing our strat.
What's your strat?
Only in death does duty end. So for every time you kill someone, they don't immediately get removed, and then they will do their attacks normally before they bite the big one.
You're going to fight me back. I love it. This is going to hit on 2s, though, with all of these things. Ouch. And when they've been led by this guy, 6s become lethal. 3 wounds already. The rest is strength 7, so I need 3s. 13 5-up saves.
Oh, please.
Each doing 2 damage. Right, there's going to be 2 left so far, but I've got a Scorpec Lord, and he's going to swing his Hyperphase Harvester, and he'll hit on 2s. And it's strength 10.
Ouch. 2 wounds.
He wounds on 2s, and then -3 damage.
Come on, Bean, rolls and
So
6s.
if you do 2 first, because I don't know if there's a separate save.
Yeah, he's got a
on the
4
lieutenant. Yeah. So there's the squad.
Okay.
And then the lieutenant.
On a 4.
Ooh.
He takes 3 damage.
Eep.
But you do get to fight back with only in death. Does
Yes,
duty
we do.
end.
So the entire squad gets to fight back now.
So here's all the attacks back. On 3s, because the lieutenant's in there. Those 6s auto wound. Then you're going to be wounding on 5s.
Re-rolling everything because you are on an objective marker.
Which is really lucky, because that was a terrible roll.
It was.
That's better, a little bit. I need to make 11 4-up saves. 1 was injured, so he's gone. That's another one bites the dust, and another one bites the dust. You take out 3 of them and injure 1. That's a good riposte.
And then
4 from the sergeant.
Okay, so there's 3 left. 1's on 2 wounds. The sergeant swings his sword of doom, and he hits 3 times.
And then strength 5s, but they're 6, aren't they?
Yes.
So first wound, re-rolling.
Re-rolling because of the unit. No.
Oh, no, he does not.
That was the sergeant. We're now on to the lieutenant with the honour vehement, hitting on 2s.
Thanks, ones.
Okay, that's 3 ones. The Honor Vehement gets him up to strength 6, though.
Fours.
2 coming in at -2.
Re-rolling.
No re-rolls for this guy, I don't think, because I don't think he gives that ability. It's the
Okay. AP.
-2.
That will kill the injured one.
That's good. That's good.
So at the end of turn 1, the Shattered Dynasty do manage to storm a hostile objective and put some pressure towards the sons of bitches lines. So it's 5 points to the Necrons, 3 points to the Marines, but the Astartes are poised for a counterattack in Space Marines. Turn 2. What's the name of the chapter again?
Sentinels.
Just say SOBs, it's easier if it... Sentinels of Brobnar, baby! Legally distinct because it's got 2 A's in, remember that.
The center. I'm not going to remember.
No, check it.
In the command phase, you are declaring the assault doctrine.
I'm declaring it, yes.
Yes, and for the Oath of Moment target, it's going to be the second unit of Lockhurst Destroyers because you want to wipe them out.
Yes.
You have a battle shock test to make on the lieutenant here, leadership 6, so good luck.
That's what
He passes it, and in the end of the command phase, you only pick up 5 points on the primaries for holding on this objective down here, so it's 8 points to 5 in favour of the Astartes. Let's find out what their orders are. They want to capture the enemy outpost and secure No Man's Land, take any 2 objectives in No Man's Land. Here we are at the end of the movement phase. The boys from Live and Let Dice are not interested in capturing the enemy outpost at this time, but they are interested in killing the entire rest of my army.
We're very simple folk.
Yeah, murder, death, kill. The Brutalis got a good advance roll.
Yes.
He's coming charging through. The lieutenant fell back, and the Stern Guard are going to provide fire support to try and take this objective. If you take this one, because you already hold this one with the Inferno Squad, that will be secure No Man's Land. And both of the Dreadnoughts here are lining up the Lockhurst Destroyers that are looking straight at them. And you bimped this one again. This one's going to be in on 2s again.
Oh,
Yes, he is.
Okay, Desolation Marines up there. Heavy Intercessors staying still, along with the Vindicator and the unit holding on to the home field objective. But the First Company have made the party, landing down in between these 2 ruined buildings to throw their weight of firepower and potentially charge that warrior squad as well. Right now, the Space Marines have the Shattered Legion surrounded. Let's go on to the shooting phase. So we're going to start off with the shooting phase over on this left flank, the Stern Guard Brutal. Everyone here trying to melt away the Scorpec destroyers. Here are the combi shots from the Stern Guard, hitting on 3s.
It says 4s, yeah.
Is it 4s?
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Isn't
Hit on
it just?
4s, and you get a hit. And the infantry 4+ on a 4, it'll wound. And you don't wound.
Next up with the regular bolts.
This is why you don't trust me to do the shooting.
It's fine. Yeah. Believe in yourself. Heart of the cards, Yo-Yo. Okay.
See?
Yep, that's fine. It's fine.
The regular bolt guns, only 2 of them hit, and you need 5s to wound. That's no wound so far. There is a heavy bolter in that squad.
There we go.
However, this will do it.
1 hit.
One
sustained hit.
That is a sustained hit.
Amazing.
You get a hit through, finally.
5 on 6s.
But you don't wound.
Dang it.
Don't worry. I don't think this unit is long for this world. They are staring at the Brutalis Dreadnought right now.
That was Tracer Fire.
Yes.
Nothing else.
He's lit them up. Next we went to the Lieutenant, who fluffed his shots into the Scorpec, unfortunately. So now we're on to the Brutalis.
Indeed, we are. We've got the twin multi-melter here. I've just got to make sure on this one. He's actually got 2 of these profiles, right? So it's 4 shots rather than just the 2. Is that correct?
No,
Cool.
multi-melter only has 1 shot.
Then in that case, then it's just the 2 shots coming in, hitting on the 3s. Ooh.
So one of the hits gets through. It wounds on a 3.
Ooh. Re-rolling.
And you don't need a reroll. AP -4.
4.
No save. Minimum 3 damage.
Bye.
One of them just gets cut in half.
Now 6 shots from his top gun.
Yes, he does. Yeah, because he's got the Icarus Iron Hail Smilly. So,
Right.
3s.
And that is 4 hits.
Now this is only strength 4, but you don't have fly keywords, so it's going to be wounding. Ooh, on those 2.
2 wounds.
-1s.
And you take 2 wounds off. So the Scorpec are reeling. They're injured. Next up, the shot heard around the world. The Vindicator is trying to finish the job and taking out the Chronomancer, right?
Bang, bang, Bart is going for another round. And I believe in him, hitting on 2s. Come on, baby. Ooh!
I almost saw that far.
3s to wound.
3s to wound. And
He
there's
wins.
the wound. It's -4 technically for plunging fire, which very rarely gets to see
I
state
know.
play.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
But here it is. It doesn't matter.
Do you know what?
See it all here.
We're not seeing it now. He's got a 4-up invulnerable save, which he fails, and it's D3 plus 3 damage, which is enough to nuke him unless I command point reroll that. And I've got 2 CP because I chucked away a card last
Do
turn.
it.
See, the amount of firepower coming into them, and you get, I have to.
A CPP.
50.
Oh,
He's still alive. He ducked.
Love it.
I'm sorry, I ruined his moment now. I'm sorry. But I need my Chronomancer alive.
It's fine. He's just going to load another round and go,
Do it.
guess it's all in a day's work.
After the trace of fire from the Vindicare, the heavy intercessors are firing into the warriors. Here's the heavy bolt rifles.
So it'll be hitting on 3s because they're -1 on here.
Yeah, it's heavy back to -3. Yeah, so it would be 2s back to 3s. So only 3 hit and wounding on 3s. All 2 of them wound. 2 of them fall over. There's a heavy bolter in that squad as well, and that hits twice.
And sustained hits.
That hits 4 times.
Nice.
And wounds on 3s. And that doesn't wound. You know, in the dice rolling war right now,
Yeah.
someone else is winning this.
Yeah, this happens a lot.
Then the sergeant fires his Boltstorm Gauntlet, and he manages to hit twice, and this will wound on 4s. And you continue. It wounds on 3s. It wounds, and I make the save. So the Terminators are going to light up the warriors as well. So the Terminators have 16 shots with the Storm Bolters. They ignore all ballistic skill modifiers, so these guys are still hitting on 3s.
Indeed they are.
Daka, say the orcs.
That's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
But now this is strength 4, isn't it? Against toughness 4, so it's be winning on 4s.
Yes. 7 4-up saves. 4 of them die. Well, they died a long time ago. 4 of them fall over again, and hopefully they'll get up again. There's an assault cannon coming in as well, though.
6 shots.
And this assault cannon will hit on 3s. And it hits 5 times.
This will be wounding on 3s, I believe.
Yeah,
What's the other
it's
special
6
rule?
and
Devastating wounds.
Ooh, that's
Assault
really good.
cannons. So no devastating wounds come through. In fact, only 2 wounds. And I fail those saves as well. So the warriors have been cut down to below half, and now it's time to light up the primary target. The Oath of Moment target.
I think we're going to start with the Desolation Squad first. So this is going to be all of the Castellan launchers.
Yes, 5d3.
5 D3 shots.
This is Blast, so adding 5 to that. Hitting on 3s.
Hitting on 3s, rolling everything. Oh, I wish the
don't-
6s did something.
You don't really need to re-roll that much, because your dice rolling is really good.
I
And
am
you're
making
using
up
the
for
same
this.
dice.
Yeah, we're using the same dice. Nice to win, baby. Get into my baby hands.
11. 3-up saves. 1 gets wiped out and 1's injured. Yes. Venga launcher on the sergeant. Another D3 shots plus blast. Is this blast as well?
It's a d6er.
Is it?
Yeah, so this is 6 shots coming in. Hitting on 2s.
Nice.
Ooh, re-roll this one. Dang.
Okay. 5 hits.
Strength off.
7.
3.
3's to wound.
Reroll.
Ooh, easy.
Begins to level itself out.
Easy peasy.
We have 4 wounds of AP minus 2, I think.
8 minus 1.
AP minus 1. 4s. How much damage?
2.
1 was injured. He's dead. Another one's down to 1 wound.
Super crack.
Super crack. Everything hits.
That one doesn't because it hits on 4s.
It does hit on 4s.
Doesn't it?
But it also hits.
Everything hits.
And
Delayed.
Strength of
10.
Ooh.
3's to
Saucy.
wound. With the
saucy beast.
reroll. 3 wounds.
Minus 2.
Minus 2. Another bunch of 5s coming up. No 5s coming up.
Ooh, how much a piece?
So it's a d6 plus 1. So the first guy that was on 1 wound
Is
is now
dead.
dead.
So this is for the second roll. Then we'll
Yes.
just also assume that. Second roll.
He's dead.
And third roll. Oh,
He's
very
dead.
dead.
There's 1 left with the Destroyer Lord, and that's it. So where are we going next, sir?
Stompy Joe over here has decided that he wants to level all of his firepower straight into the weakened group over there.
Oath of Moment.
Let's do it, baby. We're firing first the Ballistus Missile Launcher Crack Edition.
Okay.
2 shots hitting on 2s because he was blessed.
This isn't super crack. This is just normal crack.
It's just
Regular
regular
crack.
crack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not
Okay.
hardcore enough.
1 into
See,
a 1.
one of them misses. That's because it's just regular.
Strength 10, so 3s. There it
Wounds.
is. That is minus 2.
I failed the save.
D6.
D6. Ooh, big bang bazinga beans.
Right, it's just the Lord left in that squad as well, and he's going to get hit by 2 las cannons.
And storm bolters.
Everyone, don't forget the storm bolters.
Both of them hit.
2 big hits. Nothing special about this. It's just going to be wounding its strength 12 though. So
2's to wound, yeah.
2's to wound. We roll in.
1 wound.
Don't you do it to me.
2 wounds. He has a 4-up invulnerable save. Can he make him?
Beautiful.
Yes, he can.
You'd love to see it.
Boxcars. So let's do the Stormbolters. 1 wound came through from the Stormbolter, and I failed that save. So las cannons failed to injure him, but Stormbolter tickles his eyelash.
Oh, I love it.
Now, because that unit are wiped out except for the Lord, switching targets with the Redemptor Dreadnought, firing down at the second Lord here, because he's the only model holding on to this objective. And the assault cannon in his fist does devastating wounds. You're rolling.
I'm so stressed about
I'm really
this.
pleased you're rolling. 3's to hit.
Oh,
See, that's better.
that's
You
good.
see, it'll swing round.
Now this is strength
6, so be forced to wound.
Yes.
It will be and devastating wounds. Come on.
Any 6s?
Okay, that's fine.
There's 6 and 3 more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
3 more.
we'll take it. We'll take it.
He takes 2 wounds in total. He's down to 4 remaining. Then you've got his little one under his left fist.
His baby shooter, which
8
is
shots.
3's to hit.
Hey.
That's okay. That's good. You see,
Believe, heart of the cards. You
Heart
give
of
him a
the
boy. Come on. What did Pegasus teach you?
5's to wound. Only one wound comes through. No devastating. I fail that save as well. He's down to 3 wounds
What
remaining.
about his booby cannons?
Oh, does he have the boobies?
He does have booby
All
cannons.
Redemptor Dreadnoughts have BB cannons.
So this will be a twin storm bolter then in his boobies. So that's going to be 2 shots, friendo.
And they miss. Now, the Tech Marine is in range as well to pick on the same Lord, because he has a Forge Bolter over his shoulder.
He does. A Risky Ricky over here is going to take the shots through the legs of the Redemptor.
That sounds risky.
It is very risky indeed. Hope he doesn't catch a dangling cable.
Yes.
Hit him on.
2s. He's a Tech Marine.
Ooh, that's 3 hits.
Right.
Strength off.
5. So
That's 5 to wound. Oh, there is 1 wound. AP.
-1.
And I
2
failed the
damage.
save. Oh, he's on 1 wound remaining.
Oh, that was good.
That was
She's
a
alright.
pretty good shot from the Tech Marine. And that is the end of the shooting phase. Both of the units are Lockhurst destroyers. Well, they can't withstand such reckless hate. So we're on to charges. We know that the Brutalis is going to go flying in over here.
Yes, sir.
Down the other end, though, more decisions must be made. Should we? I'm not overwatching or anything. So Brutalis, he's auto in.
Now he's also in, but he does some mortal wounds on the charge.
Yes.
So we're just mulling over. Do we want to pay our 1 CP for the tank shock to
Right.
also do mortal wounds on top of the mortal wounds that are the mortal wounds?
Yo, dog.
Yo, dog. Yeah, exactly.
Well, the Scorpic Lord has only got 6 wounds, and he does a minimum 3. He does 3 damage with his twin linked, but he has got a 4-up invulnerable save.
And that's the thing that I worry about the most.
And he's got a 4-up feel no pain.
Ooh.
Sepulchral Weave, so I've got a 4-up against all your shenanigans.
Well, let's try and get as many shenanigans in as possible then. Tank shots going off, we're charging in, so do you want me to roll for this?
Yeah, let's do this.
So we're rolling in.
He
He's
goes
just
chonking in.
Oh, hello, matey. Nice
So
to see you.
other charges.
So,
I'm not sure if your Terminators are in range now. They could charge, but it's a long way to go.
I believe that
The heavy intercessors might be able to jump the wall.
they hear the words death or glory ringing in their ears.
Do they?
I feel like the Nightbringer may be coaxing them towards them. I don't know.
He is very, very, very tricksy.
Coaxy, very coaxy.
Yes.
So it's death then.
Yes, definitely, yes. So I reckon that we're going to hop the barricade, we're going to come in
Okay.
fist to swinging for no reason other than it is fun. So,
Yeah.
do you want to roll the charge for this? Yeah. Don't be so panicked, man. It's a
It's
fun
going to
game.
be fine.
It is.
Unless it's a 5, it's not fine.
We're staying put, we're not re-rolling.
Yeah,
we spent
pretend that
tank
didn't
shot.
happen.
It's all good.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to come back over here. The Brutalis Dreadnought
Yep.
is going to spend a CP on the tank shocking, and you're going to do a CP. Oh, no, he does a thing when he goes charging.
Yeah. Are we 100% out of 12-inch range there? Because I will try and roll boxcars, baby.
Let's measure it for the Terminators. Terminators can reach, they need an 11
Come on.
to get these warriors, these pesky kids.
Nuffle, be with me.
Oh, it was! That is an 11. See, the thing we don't realise is that Jules here has been to the ninja school of dice rolling, which is deep in the Himalayas, where he's told to twist his wrist perfectly to get those. You need to go
I went
there.
to clown school.
The Terminators pile in, and normally it'd be -1 to hit this unit because of the Chronomancer, but Terminators have a rule, they're never -this to hit. They're just going to slap them with their power fists.
The Sarge is going to roll with your dice, Winters, because
Okay.
he's feeling spiteful.
Okay.
Okay, these are hitting on 3s then.
Yes. Bam. Strength 8, toughness 4, 2s to hurt him. That's a lot of hurting. I need to make 10 6-up saves. Here's the...
Whoa!
Oh.
Sorry, which school?
Oh.
Which school of rolling did we go to?
I also went to the Himalayas, down to the school just down the road from your school, and we didn't like your school very much.
It's like a Dragon Ball Z rivalry, isn't it?
You had the red tie, we had the green tie. That meant all the world. And the sergeant raises his power sword. He hits on a 3 as well.
2 hits.
And he wounds on a what now? I think it's 3s.
Yeah, 3s hit.
It's 3s. I don't know what the AP is.
It's -2.
-2. And I don't roll any more 6s. But by some miracle, there'll be still 3 warriors left there. So we're not going to fight back yet. And I left the warrior in range of that objective because reanimation is a thing. Instead, we're coming across to here to the Brutalis Dreadnought. And at the end of the charge phase, he rolls a dice. Don't roll a 1. So if he runs 1 over... That's not a 1.
3.
Not good, is it?
3 plus 3 mortal wounds on the charge. Impact hits.
So it's only
4.
That is 4 impact hits, which will kill this one. But 3 mortal wounds on that guy
4
with a septermal weave. And he takes 2 wounds. He's on down to 4 remaining. Then you're also spending a CP on tank shock. So what you do is you pick a weapon.
Yep.
And then you roll a d6 for every strength of that weapon. And the weapon is strength 12?
We've chosen the Brutalis Talon strike profile, which is 12.
Nice.
Fist, yes, and then it's going to be, because it's stronger than your toughness, we roll an additional 2d6, so 14d6.
I can't
And
even
for every
count that.
5 up, it's a mortal wound.
5. Up to a maximum of 6. Yeah, that's 6.
Okay, then.
Double impact hit. Here's the feeling of the pains. He's on 1 wound remaining. Stood there going, what just happened to me? Because he's trapped under his left foot. And now the Brutalis gets to stamp down and fight. Strike attacks, hitting on 2s. And he hits every single time. He's strength 12.
Wounding on 2, 3 rolling.
Yeah.
Thank you, Twin Linked.
Twin linked. This guy's toughness 7 now. So if you roll those 2 2s again that you got.
Oh, yeah, because he's...
Because he's a bit tougher now, you're fighting him. Right, they all got through. Right, 6 plus... No. 6, 4 plus invulnerable saves. No, and that is
9 feel no pain.
well. Here's some. Yeah, he feels the pain.
There it is, yeah.
He falls over. He's dead. I could spend that strat so he gets knocked down. He gets up again.
Chumble Wumba time.
But it won't gain me anything over here because you've definitely secured no man's land by storming this hostile objective and taking that one there with the Inferno squad. So I guess he just gets... Also, the Brutalis, let's face it, did about 28 wounds to him. So
I know, right? Yeah.
He's definitely dead. Then I piled in and fought back with the Warriors and the Chronomancer and did no damage to the Terminators. What I am going to do, though, is spend my CP over here, Protocol and the Undying Legions, which means at the end of all of those attacks, they can now reanimate.
Yes.
And because I'm in range of that objective marker, I'm putting in D3 plus 3
Beautiful
for
stuff.
5 more Warriors. I had to place them back in here because the fact now is out, and when you return models to a unit, you have to place them in coherency. Previously, I could have strung around there and stolen that objective, but not anymore. So I don't control this objective. I do control this objective. That'll be 1 objective for me. You're on 1, 2, 3, 4 objectives, and you have secured no man's land for an additional 5 points as we go into Necrons, turn 2. So it is 10 points to 13 in favour of the Space Marines at the start of turn 2 for the Necrons. We've got some reanimation. That's 1 there. This fella, he'll be fine. The Chronomancer will be fine. And then the Necron unit puts another 4 back in. 1 minute. Got Battle Shock as well. Leadership 6. We're okay. And then over here, I actually have to pass this Battle Shock test in order to score this objective. To get those 5 points I just spoke about. I do. Fine. We're okay. We pass that Battle Shock. So 10 to 13, and my orders are take out one of these dreadnoughts, at least one of them, and do actions in the corner of the battle grid. And every corner of the battle grid I get 2 VP. Guys, I just remembered a thing.
Oh, did you?
I was looking around in desperation, and I remember the Nightbringer did a thing at the end of the fight phase.
No.
At the end of the fight phase, regardless of whether he's in engagement range or not, he rolls a d6 for every enemy unit within 6 inches, like your Terminators.
Go away.
And that means on a 4+, they suffer D3 mortal wounds.
Ah.
So I tickle one, it's fine, it's just a tickle.
You are mean.
Okay, here we are back after the movement phase. I'm investigating signals here and here with these 2 units that deep strike in. That will get me 4 CP. As for bring it down, those dreadnoughts, well, I'm a bit too far away from them and all my guns are dead. So I have moved Scorpix around onto this objective while the Lord has ducked back here to try and stay safe. The Nightbringer's pushing forward. This Lord is just busting up the gut and you are overwatching.
Because I don't like the cut of his jib. He's
Right.
come up here and he's just bold as brass, just going beep, boop, bap, bap, and I don't like that.
Yeah.
So it's because he's technically target of the Oath of Moment because he was part of that squad when we selected him.
Yes.
He's going to get all of the wound rerolls against him, so it's also hitting D6 Pyre Blaster shot into him for 1 CP.
He is a dirty Xenos.
Ooh.
You're supposed to wipe them out, the Xenos, the dirty ones. So, 5s to wound to set him on fire.
Rerolling everything.
9 saves of 3 up. He takes half of his wounds. He's down to 3 remaining. Battle shock?
Now it says in your shooting phase.
Yes.
I don't think it counts as your. The word would say that it's.
Yeah,
So I don't
our
think it's
shooting
yeah,
phase.
This
so-
is my movement phase.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, because in your shooting phase, the Marine shooting phase, that would force a battle shock test as well. In the meantime, he's going to shoot his Staff of Light back at you.
Please don't.
He hits at 2s, he's a Lord, and it is strength 5.
Ooh, 3.
So he wins on 3s, and that's 2 wounds, AP -2, but you're behind a barricade. So 2 4-up saves.
Come on, dude.
And one of them gets nuked. It's only 1 damage. Then the Nightbringer is going to turn his attention towards the Ballistus Dreadnought with his Gaze of Death. Because we just discovered it does D6 plus 3 damage, which is crazy.
hilarious.
Okay.
And it's D3 shots
Oh, come on.
for 2 shots. So he hits on 2s.
I'm breathing deeply.
He hits both of the times.
No.
It's strength 12.
Yes, 3's to wound.
He only wounds once. And it's -2. Shall I CP that? I've only got 1 left. No, wait.
Okay, so this would take him from a 2 to a 4.
Yes,
Come on, baby. What do I get? What do I get?
that's a 3.
What do you mean?
You can CP it. You can CP
No,
it.
no.
He's not going to die. It's not going to kill him. And you healed him up last turn by the
that's
Tech
true.
Marine.
Come on.
I'll roll low, don't worry. That's low.
That is really low.
Is this the CP?
He only takes 4 damage. Well, I really want the Nightbringer to get in close combat there, and that's a bit of a charge.
He's not taking the
With a
baby.
fly keyword, he's good. I want to spend the CP on that. And that is the end of my shooting phase, in fact. So let's do that now. Let's try and charge that unit over there. And you make the charge. Nice. And the Lord, he's going to charge the Inferno squad. And I think that's a failed charge. And that's not a failed charge because the rule for barricades are wonky. You're within 2. Anyway, let's move the Nightbringer. So we're going to start here with the Nightbringer, who has 6 attacks, or 12 or 14 attacks. We'll do the 6 attacks, shall we? These hit on 2s. He hits 6 times. And you know what? 6 is it's devastating wounds. Okay. So I haven't wounded you yet.
My lord.
So what's the toughness of heavies? 6.
6,
That's
yes,
really
they
tough.
are tough.
Yeah,
Yes.
It's going to be difficult for my strength 14 to hurt you.
Oh. Why did you give us hope?
I hurt you all the time. That's devastating and that's devastating. And it's AP...
Is there 1 failed wound? Because it's
No, there's no failed wounds.
Dang it.
What's their armor save?
It's
3 up.
It's AP -4.
Oh.
Do they get one for being in cover?
Not in close combat, no. But it is D6 damage, so this is really swingy.
Oh, good.
So
Great.
I might as well pick them up as well.
Sure. Yeah, just roll them all.
No, I'll do them last because you've got a captain and that could devastate your captain because it goes to the unit first.
Stinking, he's using his powers.
So 3 wounds each. First one's dead.
dead.
Second one's dead. Third one's not dead. And now he's dead. So that's 3, 4.
Oh, man.
And the last one.
Ooh.
4's dead. 1's on 2 wounds. Captain's still alive.
Now,
Now
that is squeaky bum time.
we pile in with the Nightbringer. Now we're coming across here to the Locust Lord, who's going to hit you with his Staff of Light. He has 4 attacks and he hits on 2s for 3 hits. Strength 5.
So 3's to wound.
Only 2 wounds.
Okay, 2
And they are -2, 1 damage. So 2 5-up saves. And he failed them both again.
Dang.
You haven't passed a save in that
I
Inferno
know,
squad
right?
yet.
I'm good at attacking, not defending.
Okay, I think we need to pile in with that as well. So because you have to try and get in base where you can try and get in base. And now you boys can fight back and try and take down these dirty Xenos. They're not clean, they're dirty.
Indeed.
First, we're going to start with the first company, fighting back with their Power Fist of Doom.
In on threes.
Kaboom.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, you missed a couple that time.
Two, and then
Two to wound. Don't worry, I won't roll as many sixes this time round.
Thank you, Winters.
Or will I? No, I won't. 5 die. And then the sergeant raises his sword.
He does
4 attacks.
indeed. 4 attacks, hitting on threes again. Showing the boys how it's done.
Nice. You go, Sarge.
Ooh, get him good. So there's 3 coming in.
-2.
3 more. 3 more fall over. That's 7 in total that the Terminators took out. Then I hit back with the Necrons. Couldn't get through the Terminator plate one more time. And then at the end of that fight, I'm going to do Protocol of the Undying Legions again to put another 4 back in. And it looks like this. Where are we going to next?
Going to do some Infernus Marines
Yes.
with their Oath of Moments. They're going to do some Fiery Fists.
Okay.
Hit on threes.
Dragon Ball Z coming up.
We'll be rolling everything.
Yes.
Thank you, Oath of Moment.
Beautiful. And
8
then it's
hits.
going to be 5s, but we're rolling everything again.
Yes. That is 3 wounds so far. You might better take him out.
Come on, I believe.
4 wounds. 4 3-up saves.
Oh, yes.
Come on. Ooh.
He's on 1 wound
Dang it.
remaining. So close.
At least he's going to take a battle shock test.
Yes. Now we're coming across here to the captain and the last of the heavy intercessors, trying to at least injure the Nightbringer.
I know.
Okay, should we start with the main event, which is the Heavy
please.
Intercessors?
Yeah.
Okay. Heavy intercessor.
3
Here we go.
attacks.
They hit twice.
Go.
Wounding on IC.
6s.
Oh,
Just
no.
toughness 28. You don't wound.
No.
Okay, now on
Wait,
to the
what actually
captain.
toughness is he?
I don't know. I'll let you check.
I assume Power Fist, he gets 5
toughness
attacks.
28. Look, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Captain,
5 attacks.
Power Fist.
With the Power Fist.
Okay.
Hitting on the 2s.
Nice. Punch me.
Come on, dude.
Now 8 against a million, so 5s.
Yes.
Ooh.
Ooh, 2 wounds.
-2.
Come
Well,
on.
he's like a 4-up save or a 4-up and done.
Oh.
And he fails them both.
So that's 4 damage.
It becomes 2 damage. He halves all damage. He's down to 10 remaining.
And then 2 more attacks with the Relic Blade.
Come
Nice.
on, Relic Blade.
He pulled this one out
Yay.
of the cupboard especially for
And that's
fights
supposed to
like
be
this.
6s to wound.
Oh.
No.
Yay!
And I failed the save.
And it's only 1 damage. Oh
Okay.
no, it is 2 damage, but it's down to 1
1.
anyway, so...
So the Nightbringer is on 9 wounds remaining.
Yay!
So at the end of all of that, the Warriors are still snarling up the Terminators, and the Nightbringer has busted on through to the other side. These 2 Destroyer Lords here, they have, one's on 1 wound, one's on 2 wounds, and they have Res Orbs. And the Res Orb is in your command phase, while this model is leading a unit, I can do reanimation. But they're no longer leading a unit. So they're going to stay on 1 wound and stay on 2 wounds. The Scorpec is holding on to this objective here, and both of the Ophidians are investigating the sites. Adding all the points up, the Necrons are in the lead by 1 point there at the end of turn 2, but at the start of turn 3 for the Space Marines, they're going to be on 1, 2, 3 objectives down in the corner, so that'll rack up the maximum 15 points on the primaries. It turns out that Nightbringer with the Warriors have clamped this objective down here. So let's find out what the Space Marines do in turn 3. 1 minute, we remembered some things. At the end of your opponent's turn, so these guys did their action in the investigate signals in the shooting phase. Then at the end of your opponent's turn, if they're not in engagement range of an enemy model, they can disappear again.
Nice.
So they're going to disappear again. But that means they could come in, do a thing, and disappear, and that you'll never get to interact with them.
Nope.
How does that work? That feels wrong.
Hey, rules as written, eh?
That feels like it needs a FAQ. So I'm not sure I'm happy about pulling these off. So I'm not going to pull them off. However,
Be worth it, okay?
the blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
mortal wounds at the end of the fight phase. So on a 4, it'll do mortal wounds on the Terminators.
Leave him be. Oh,
And he
that's-
does.
No, 6s are really good for you, aren't they?
No. It's just you need to roll a 4 up, and if you roll a 4 up, he does D3.
Oh, I
That's
see.
how it works.
Okay.
because he does everything.
Oh, man, so that kills the Terminator that was already wounded.
Yeah, he'll hit every unit within 6 inches.
Yeah.
So there's the sergeant gone. And then the captain and the heavy dude. This will be another D3. And that's 2.
And he was down to 2 wounds, so he is now also dead.
Okay.
Nightbringer's
Just the captain.
So here we are in the Sons of Command Phase. Command Phase action, sir.
So, this is the thing.
Right.
We do not like this smelly man over here.
The smelly man, yeah.
What we're going to do is we're going to choose him as the Oath of Moment, and we're going to bring all of our firepower to bear, shoot down the line, and hopefully eradicate him.
Okay.
That is the plan.
And
And
also
we
with the tactical doctrine.
So we can fall back, shoot and charge, because we are awesome. That's
Okay.
what it says in the
It'll
Astartes
break
characters.
the Terminators out, break the captain out,
Yep.
and then you can go shooting in. I like it.
Indeed.
Is there any battle shocks to take? I don't think there's any battle
Now,
shocks to take.
the only question I had is, this guy starts the round on under half wounds. Does that mean I have to take a test for him? So there we go.
It's
so
really weird because you could pass battle shock, fail battle shock, pass. Say one gets down to 1 wound at the beginning of the game, you could go up, down, up, down,
Yeah.
up, down. Sometimes he's scared, sometimes not.
He is fine and
He's
dandy.
fine.
Okay,
He's
so
absolutely fine.
Get out of here.
The Tech Marine puts D3 on this guy.
So he's going to heal him up from 10 to back up to full.
Extend battle lines. Hold your home objective and one in no man's land. Easy. An overwhelming force. Kill units in range of objective markers. 1 will get you 3 VP. 2 will get you up to 5 VP.
Very nice.
Here we are after the movement phase for the Space Marines. First up, all that stuff about Ophidian destroyers, it happens at the end of your opponent's turn. That was the end of my turn. So that's good. They're definitely not coming off the battle grid. We're regrouping and clamping down this objective here because the Ophidians were a bit too far away to come piling in and charging them, but you could certainly shoot. And then as described, everything is lining up towards the Nightbringer down here. Now, you want to fall back with the Terminator squad.
Yes.
And this guy technically has to make a desperate breakout test because he can't fit through there.
As you said yourself, this is a new segment on your channel, which is Winters Teachable Moments.
That's what it's called.
Yep.
So, someone doesn't want to roll a 1 or 2
That's
to make this.
Beanie.
Let me do it.
Oh, that's a 4.
I didn't do it. I'm the king.
He doesn't get cut down.
So they're just going to drop back a little bit in order to come back later. So
You can move over enemy models, but on a 1s or 2s. And you roll on a model, we check the rules, so model by model basis.
Yes.
We're going to start the shooting phase with the
Risky Ricky is coming in, and he's going to be shooting his Forge Bolter straight away.
2s to hit the Lord.
And he hits 3 times. Now, strength
to wound.
5 to wound. 1 big wound. Any special rules on it?
It's -1 and 2 down.
What did I roll?
That is
You rolled a
2.
2.
That is a dead Lord. That is
Well done, Ricky.
that is kill 1 unit in range of an objective marker. That'll be
Perfect.
3 points. Where are you going with the Vindicare this time around? Seeing as the Nightbringer is your Oath of Moment target.
Now, I'm going to really shock you here.
Yeah.
He's going for the exact same target.
The
He's going for
Chronomancer?
Yeah, because he just doesn't like it. What he does is he's carved his name into the bullet each and every round. He's getting sick of it now because he's like, come
long
on,
name.
please. So he's just whispering quietly to himself for the MP poos. He's got Enya in his little soundtrack headset. He's ready to go.
Enya.
Yeah, that's what
He's
he's
missing.
missing.
Maybe
That
it's because he's
sounds
just too chill.
Enya sounds like heresy.
Yeah. He hits. Oh!
He misses. That's because he's listening to Enya. He
Yeah,
should
but-
be listening to classic M2 soundtracks like, I don't know.
So solid crew. 21 seconds to
Yeah.
go.
I want to shoot him. I really want to shoot him.
If you really want the man to die or Skelly to die, you do you.
I do.
I support your decision.
Okay, burning 1 CP
He
to
flips
reroll
the
this.
track, he puts on some K-pop,
Yep.
and boom,
Hits him.
the
Good.
shot hits.
Now, will he wound though is the question. On 3, he wounds.
And it wounds. 4 up invulnerable save. Do I split time? I don't split time. It slams into him. It would be really annoying to command point this, wouldn't it?
Don't
It
you
would
do
be
it.
annoying.
Don't you do it.
So let's command point it.
No!
He's alive.
It's time for the first psychic attack of the game.
I like it.
He's going to go in, the librarian and Phobos armor, looking out the window, wiggling his brain a little bit at him, at the Nightbringer. So this is D3 attacks with the hazardous. Of course, we're overloading it. Just
Okay.
1. He only needs the 1. Just
He
to
only
send
needs
the
the
message.
1.
So this is going to be hitting on 3s. They're rerolling everything because of the moment.
Of moment.
Wounding on 5s,
5s.
we said, wasn't it? Is a 2, going to have to reroll that. Ooh. It's a 4, no
Doesn't
wounds
wound.
at
And
all.
now roll the hazardous test.
Wouldn't blow his own brains out. He's fine.
He's fine. He's fine.
He sent
He's
a
fine.
message.
tried to blow out the brains of the Nightbringer, but no brains were found in that shooting attack on either side. So it turns out the infiltrators can't actually see the Nightbringer, parallax effect, ruins and all that. So we're on to Desolation Marines, the big, the nasty, firing down at the big, nasty Nightbringer.
Okay, so we are going to do all of the guns into him, even if some of them will be wounded on 6s.
Yep.
That's how we roll.
Oath of Moment is a thing.
Okay, so this many D3s.
At this point, Winters realised that he spent his CP reroll on keeping a unit alive as the Chronomancer, not the Nightbringer. That could come back to bite me.
Hitting on the old 3s.
Hitting on the old 3s with all of these shots. Re-rolling with Oath of Broken. Then wounding on 6s with all of these shots.
We can do it, baby! We can't do it, baby!
Nothing so far.
It's okay, it's okay, it's okay.
Re-rolling.
Oh, there's the 2.
There's 2. He has a 4-up save.
Cool.
He takes a wound. He's down to 8 remaining.
Yes.
And then we have some more guns. They have all the guns.
Venga launcher.
Yes.
D6 shots for
Nice.
5. This is hitting on 2s.
Nice.
Very
Hits
nice.
all the times.
And strength 7, so it'll be wounding on 5.
Toughness 11, yeah. 1 wound so far.
Okay.
1
Only the
wound
one
so
wound.
far. 4 plus. Invulnerable save. Is this the D6 damage one?
No, it's 2.
Okay. I make the save. He's
Beautiful
still
stuff.
on 8 wounds. And then you've got Super Crack.
Super crack.
Not just crack, but Super Crack. Stay in school, kids.
Lovely
Everything hits.
stuff, mate.
Okay, and now because it's strength 10, it's still going to be 5 to wounds.
It is. Yeah.
He's a tough old being.
Oh. 1 so far.
Ooh,
Just 1.
Okay.
Another 4 plus invulnerable
Yep.
save? No.
Ooh, D6 plus.
D6 plus 1
Oh dear.
for 4.
Which becomes 2.
Oh yes, because it halves all damage coming in, so he's down to 6.
More big guns firing across from the ballistas into the Nightbringer.
Starting off with the regular crack.
Okay.
Hitting on 2s.
They both hit because he's been smartened up by the Tech Marine.
Yes, indeed. This is going to be wounding on 5, so it's only strength 10.
Negative.
Rolling everything. Come on, mate. Oh, nothing.
Nothing.
Okay,
Nothing.
into the last cannons. Last cannons. 1 needs to be re-rolled.
Rerolling. Strength 12, toughness 11.
Finally, we get to wound him on 3s. Rolling everything. Then I will roll.
1 wound so far.
Oh, what is it?
2
big
wounds so
bang
far.
beans.
2. 4 plus invulnerable saves. It was at this point I wish I hadn't spent on keeping that Chronomancer. Mind you, there's a story going on. This Chronomancer is on the radio and he's taunting him and he's like, no, I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you, you pesky kids. 4s. I make both of my saves anyway, so that'll
that's
keep him
smart.
alive. And the Redemptor Dreadnought is out of range. Just out of range to hit the Nightbringer. So all the shots are going to come raining down into the Skullpeck Destroyer squad. Here is the big gun, and here's a right fist, which will hit on 3s.
Nice one, man. 6s on 6s.
So it's going to be forced wounds, with
Forced
6s
wound.
being spicy.
Yes. 6s of the devastating variety. So
one-
3 normal saves. There's ruins there. So 3 wounds in total come through, killing 1, because add that on
And
top.
one of them was on 2 because he lost one earlier, didn't he?
Yes. Then the underslung heavy Gatling cannon thing. Oh, that was only 3 hits this time. And you need 5s to wounds, but 6s straight through the armour. No wounds.
No wounds.
We'll do some nipple cannons. So the nipple guns failed to wound the Skullpit Destroyer, so only one of them gets wiped out by that firepower. Then over here, the Brutalis and all the rest, I don't think they're in range. The Stern Guard might be able to make some shots in a
That one
minute.
guy could shoot there.
Brilliant.
Okay.
So we'll do that in a minute because we're back to the last few things that can shoot at the Nightbringer. So the Terminators were pointing their guns at the Warriors, but they realise this fella's still alive, so they're like, quick, shoot back over your shoulder.
Exactly, trick shot time.
Trick
so we
shot
are
time.
hitting on 3s, re-rolling everything.
Off the rim with their Stormbolters.
Rerolling.
Re-roll these. Okay, so we hit a fair few times.
Okay.
But these will be wounding you on 6s.
They will.
Because he's a tough...
Chase the dragon. Kiss the envelope.
Here we go. Oh, we've got...
Oh, that's 4 6s already.
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
Come on. Come on. 5 in total, my friend.
5 4s coming up. 1 4. He's on 2 wounds remaining.
Yes.
And they're still an assault cannon.
Okay, here it comes. Hitting on 3s, rolling everything.
We have 4 hits with the reroll. We have 6
Oh, the
hits.
unlikely hero is
6s to
wound.
wound are devastating wounds,
it's
and we'll go straight through. And he's only got 2 left.
Oh,
And
that's
there's
dead.
the 3 6s. That is the end of the Nightbringer.
Good game,
The first company managed to take him out, and on a 6, that's not a 6, he would have lashed out as he fell over, but instead he just flickers back into the void. After the Nightbringer fell, we did the captain that fired into the warriors and managed to wipe out 2 of them, and then we came all the way across to the left flank for the few shots that could reach out and hit the Ophidian destroyers, and the Sternguard managed to put 1 wound on the Ophidian destroyers, and that is the end of the SOB's shooting phase. Another shooting phase where the Oath of Moment target was pointed at and not utterly annihilated in just one huge fusillade of shooting. We're back down here with the first company. The tactical doctrine has been ordered so they can fall back, shoot and charge, and then go back in against the warriors.
Straight back in.
And of course, they make the charge.
What about the captain?
The captain will also.
Captain's also
going
in, okay.
Let's see if he can get in there.
And he makes the charge as well.
Nicely done.
At the end of the charge, it looks like this, but we found another 11-inch charge.
Listen, go for broke, innit? Let's go. I'm an addict. I've got a problem.
It's got to strike twice.
You know what?
Can the Redemptor hit them?
I'm not going to roll my dice. I would like to roll yours on
Okay,
this.
yeah,
I just want to pray to Nuffle. Please, Nuffle, hear my prayer twice. I'm going for it.
And that's... that's an 8.
He tried hard, though. Fair enough.
So the only charge is the first company and the captain smashing the warriors one more time. We're going to do the captain first with his 7 attacks.
So 5 attacks first with his fist.
Okay. And he hits 4 times. He's going to wound on 2s. He wounds 3 times. 6s?
Yeah.
No, 3 of them are dead. And then the 2 extra with the relic blade.
Nice.
Both of them hit.
And it'll be 3s to wound.
Nice.
Both of them wound.
-2 again.
He kills 5 on his own.
That's amazing.
Then the first company pile in and strike with their power fists. On 3s.
That's so bad.
Only 4. Yeah, they're a bit tired. They've been punching.
They've been doing all right, to be fair.
Working in the mine.
They killed the Nightbringer.
Just a little bit thing.
It's been a long shift.
It has been a long
Only
shift.
3 wounds.
Oh, bloody hell.
6s? No, that'll kill 1, kill another, and put 2 wounds. Well, actually,
He's
a 4 up and vulnerable
so he's
save.
fine.
So he's still alive.
And then it's there's no
power sword.
So that's it.
Oh yes, there should be another 3
Oh yeah,
power
there
fist
should be
attacks.
another 3 power fists.
You can do
You're
it.
right.
And again, here we go.
Why does the sergeant always get picked up first?
Because he's rubbish, and there's no reason to keep him.
Why doesn't he just drop his power fist and have a? Why doesn't he drop a sword and
yeah,
bring
I
a?
know.
Often wondered why he's so married to that blade.
He loves that sword, doesn't he? Okay, so the Chronomancer's on 2 wounds remaining.
Indeed.
Then he gets to fight you back.
Damn you.
He hits once, and he does wound this time.
AP on this?
I think it's -1.
He's rebuffed.
He's fine. He's absolutely fine. And that is the end of the fight phase. At the end of the turn, a shard of a Star God falls, and the SOBs manage to rack up 15 points on the primaries and 10 points on their secondaries, making it 38 points to 14 in favour of the Astartes. As we go on to Necrons, turn 3. Picking up 5 points on the primaries makes it 19 to 38, and I've got overwhelming force as well, kill units on objectives, and I also need to defend my stronghold until the end of the Astartes next turn. So I did some reanimation, put some wounds back on some characters, and I want to kill units in range of objective markers for overwhelming force. So the Ophidians disappeared off the table at the end of your opponent's phase, that's definitely a thing, and the Sternguard are in range of this objective marker. And there's the Lieutenant, who's also in range of this objective marker. So Ophidian sandwich coming on here. We're the bread, you're the meat. Kill those 2 things there. The Scorpic destroyers are going to go charging up the gut and try and do something about that ballistus. And finally, down this side of the battle grid, the Chronomancer he's upset. He's been shot in the head 3 times over, and his party, his lads, have all got wiped out. So he thought, I'll come over here. I'm going to hide down here instead and maybe not get shot up anymore. He's on full wounds when he reanimated, and I did roll a 2 over here. Well, D3, I got 2 wounds back in, which allowed me to put a full Scorpec back in after healing 1 all the way up to health, and then 1 back in on 1 wound remaining. So I have put a model back in. Anyway, we're going to do some shooting. Have I got any shooting?
Well, it is Overwatch, my friend.
Oh, it's
We're
Overwatch.
shooting because you dropped in here and we desperately don't like this little squad. So we're going to fire Desolation Squad into these guys over here.
I like it.
There's no rerolls, no open moment, no jazz like that. So this is
Okay.
going to be the Castellan launches for how many D3 shots?
Okay.
A lot.
Ooh.
That's a lot. 6 is the hit, though.
6 to hit.
And...
1.
Oh.
Cool. Fine.
So 4 toughness 5.
Ooh. It's a 4, so no wound there.
Right.
Next up, it's the Vengabus for D6.
That's right.
4 shots coming in. Hitting on.
Big or 6.
6 again. No. And then it's the Super Crack.
Super crack.
4 shots in this, isn't it?
Yes.
Come on, dude. Oh, it's a bad time to be a Desolation Squad. 0 hits.
Is it a bad time, though, really, for
No.
Desolation? It's
Very good time.
Yeah, looking around, I need to find a gun. I know the Skullpick Destroyer Lord has a gun. I don't know what it does, though. Right, I want to go charging into that thing, so I'm going to shoot that thing. I'm in rapid fire range, and I hit on 2s.
Nice.
They are strength 6, however, and your toughness
10.
5s to wound. Look at that!
Damn it.
3 5s, minus 1 damage.
3 up saves. Fails 2. How much damage?
Just 1 damage.
Okay.
Took a couple of wounds off of me. He's down to 9 wounds remaining. That's the end of my shooting phase.
It was delightful.
I love it.
So I'm going to go charging in with the Skullpick Destroyer Squad into him and him alone. And that's an 8-inch charge.
They're very much in there.
I'm going to move him in a second. Because Ophidian Destroyers want to charge your Lieutenant.
Okay, makes sense.
The ones up there are really below. We'll
Yep.
put them up there so you guys can see them. This is a 9.
9-inch charge.
9?
Here we go. Ooh,
That's not a 9.
close. Is it worth the CP?
It is worth the CP.
It's gone in
Let's
the
spend the CP on that. And that's a 9.
Ooh, that's
See,
not
I
good.
told you it was
That's
worth the
not good.
CP. And then over here, Ophidian Destroyers number 2, 9-inch charge into Sternguard. And they fail the charge.
Okay.
But at least the Lieutenant's going to get it, hopefully.
Oh, he is, definitely.
So the Ophidian Destroyers end up here. This guy's in base with him. The other 2 within base. Anyway, they can all fight.
It's ace of base.
Okay, ace of base. 15 attacks in total these 3 guys have. Hitting on 3s. Look at
Like
that
the
one.
stacking.
But they're only strength 4.
Finally.
Okay, so force to wound. Minus 2 damage. He's on 1 wound left. He's got to boss out 7 invulnerable saves of 4+ because he's got a storm shield.
Oh, blimey. Here we
gonna
go
be
then.
easy.
He's been alive since the beginning.
Yeah.
He's been hanging in there. He wants to join the Sternguard, but they're pushing him up. You can't attach to squads
No.
after you break it.
No.
So he's trying to attach to them. Like, get away, Carl.
yeah.
I don't like you. No, he's gone.
Oh, he tried so hard, but he died even harder.
Tried so hard. Then we come across to the Skullpick Destroyers with the Skullpick Lord hitting the Ballistus on 9 wounds remaining. And you just reminded me that when I kill a Dreadnought in range of that Tech Marine, he gets really angry.
Oh, he goes up to 7 attacks with his
7
Omnis
attacks.
Dire Power Axe.
So I'd love to see that. Let's make him angry. The Skullpick Lord at the start of the fight phase, after he ends a charge move, Crimson Harvest don't roll a 1.
Ooh.
That's a 6.
Ooh.
And on a 6, it's D3 plus 3 mortal wounds.
Oh, poo and wee.
That is 5 lots of poo and wee.
He's down to 4.
Put
Just
him
like
down.
that.
Then I'm rolling a hit, hitting on 3s. He gives them lethal hits
Yeah,
when he
absolutely.
joins.
So
And I've
wounding.
spent a CP on, what was it called? Protocol of the Hungry Void, which gets their AP 2 to AP 3. It gives them extra strength as well, but I still need 5s to wound you.
Dang.
So hitting on 2s, sorry, and then wounding on 5s.
Oh, my lord.
And they're minus 3 now.
Okay, so this is going to be 5 up saves for how many?
2 damage. How many? How many? There's 12,
Okay, I'm just gonna
13, 8. There's some. 5 up saves,
Easy.
4 wounds remaining, 2 damage each.
Oh, he's dead.
Dead.
Okay.
Does he?
Does he explode? Oh.
No explosions.
But...
He's so
But-
angry.
How dare you!
I've got more attacks now, and I'm going to
Yeah.
chop your face. Yeah, okay. I love it. Now, I could use my pile in move, and when you pile in, you have to go in range of an enemy if you
Yes.
can.
Yeah, face to
If you
face.
can't do that, you can pile in onto an objective. There's a Redemptor Dreadnought there.
Don't.
Redemptor Dreadnoughts are really scary.
Yeah.
I'm not going to pile into the Redemptor Dreadnought.
Okay.
So we're going to... I think that's the end of the fights. I think we did all the
You've
fights.
done all the fights, mate.
So I pick up 3 points for overwhelming force, which makes it 22 points to the Necrons and 38 to the Astartes. I am defending my stronghold. got to hold on to that until the end of the Astartes turn, but there's just a Lord there with 3 wounds remaining. Hang in there, buddy, as we go on to Astartes, turn 4. The Astartes pick up another 15 points on the primaries, and here are their orders. They want to defend their stronghold as well and take the tempting target in no man's land. So the Astartes are pulling into the lead. The Brutalis Dreadnought is going to come charging after this unit of Offered Destroyers. The Sternguard take on the second unit of Offered Destroyers. Meanwhile, in the kill zone in the middle of the battle grid, the Skorpek Lord and the unit have been declared as the Oath of Moment target. The Desolation Marines, of course, standing still for the first time. So they're going to be hitting on 2s. Up here, the sniper's actually moved. He's moved along. And he has got a heavy gun, but he hits on 2s anyway.
Yeah, he's all good.
He's going to shoot a different target?
He's going to try and shoot a different head off.
Okay, he's going to shoot the Skorpek Destroyer Lord's head. And where's the captain going?
He's one-on-one with the Chronomancer over there. It's Clegane Bowl 2. He's been hounding us this entire game, and I'm sick of his jazz. So we're going to put a stop to it.
So you don't want him sneaking away?
No, not in the slightest.
Flying in there. It's on like Donkey Kong. But first, let's fire the Vindicare one more time. The shot that is heard around the world down at the Skorpek.
It's my turn to do it.
On a 2. And that's a hit.
Strength 7.
It'll wound on 4s. He's toughness 7. He's a tough old bird. He doesn't wound this time.
No wounds.
So what we're saying is, in 4 turns, the Vindicare has killed nothing.
Technically, yes, because you're right, because the shield breaker got absolutely done over.
But he spent a lot of CP.
I spent a lot of CP,
Fair enough,
dodging shots here, there, and everywhere. Now we're going to fire everything. The Desolation Marines, the Infernus Marines, the Dreadnought, everything down at the Skorpek bomb. And when the smoke clears, 4 of the Skorpek destroyers get completely wiped out. Only 2 remaining with the Lord standing there looking at the Redemptor Dreadnought, who no doubt will go charging in a minute. But before that, he's decided not to shoot them. They're not worth his guns. You're going to shoot down here at the Lord, holding on.
The Stormbolters, just for a bit of jazz.
Okay, yeah, so the Stormbolters will go into this squad, split that fire, but the rest of it is going into that Lord at the back there.
Because I have defend my stronghold.
Hit on 3s. No rerolls for this bad boy,
I
though.
thought he's hitting on 2s because the top
he's not been buffed because he was outside of the range.
Was he?
Arranged to do that. But that's still not too bad at all. 6s on 6s.
6s and 6s, forced to wound.
6 is great.
Oh, that's 3 mortal wounds.
Is that 3 devastating wounds?
That's devastating wounds, my friend.
He's got 3 wounds remaining.
I think
so he gets wiped out. I am not defending that stronghold anymore.
Well, and the rest of the shots go wide from the underslung, and then it's just the 2 shots.
4 shots, because you're in rapid fire.
That are going to shoot into the Skorpek boys in front of him.
Tickle, tickle.
And we will be re-rolling these ones because they're both of the moment.
Yes.
And
3 hits.
5s.
5s re-rolling. Nada.
Re-rolling.
Into nada.
Nada. Yay. After the Lord fell, then we unloaded with the first company into the Skorpek destroyers, and 1 more was wiped out. Now we're coming across here to the Sternguard. They're going to shoot everything they can into the Offered destroyers, but one of them's pulling out a grenade as well, because it's a strat, you can do it as well.
The captain's paying the grenade strats. What he's doing, he's taking his helmet off, which everyone loves in the lore, and he's going to pull the grenade pin out with his teeth, he's going to throw it, and then put it back on very quickly. Because going into battle without a helmet is a bad idea, kids.
66s. On 4s you do mortal wounds. And that is 3 mortal wounds, so the grenade goes boom and completely wipes one of them.
Well, they're just
one of them out. Now the combi bolters coming in hot, hitting on 3s.
Boom.
And then anti-infantry 4+, so force to wound. Is that devastating? Both of them or one of them?
Just the one.
Okay, so 1 takes a wound.
Nice.
Then the heavy bolter goes chugga, chugga, chugga.
How many regular? Oh, this is the heavy bolter, is it? So
you want to fire that because that's a 2 damage weapon.
Your 1's better go sustained
hits,
correct?
Yes,
so
sustained hits 1. You are correct.
And then it's strength.
5s.
1 wound, -1, but they have a 4-up save normally, which becomes a 5-up. I make it.
Nice.
The remaining guns from the Sternguard.
Choo, choo, choo.
We have 3 hits.
3 hits. And then
5's to wound. 2 more wounds.
-1.
Can he kill the second one? No. He's down to 1 wound remaining. You're going to have to charge. Meanwhile, we'll come around here to the Brutalis, pointing 2 multi-melters straight at the Ophidian destroyers.
Backwards at the Ophidian destroyers.
Are you?
To give for the weakened one so we can finish them off with a good
Yeah.
charge.
Shoot that way.
Yeah,
charge
that
this way. Love it. 2 shots, hitting on 3s.
Would you like to do this?
Of course I would.
Boomtown, baby.
They hit.
Nice.
I'm so happy for you. Wound on 3s.
He said lyingly. Oh,
They both wound.
Meow.
-4.
I don't get a save.
So it's
You're in melter range.
2d6 plus 4.
So
They're
that's the
dead.
first.
And...
They're dead.
Oh,
yeah.
6 wounds and 4 wounds. They have 3 wounds each.
Nice.
They get wiped out. And that's the end of the shooting phase. Now we're going to go charging in with the Brutalis Dreadnought into the Offerdens and with the Redemptor into the Scorpex. Both of the Dreadnoughts make the charge, and of course the Tech Marine with his 7 attacks goes charging in as well. He's very, very angry, and we have one more charge. The Captain needs a 3 to try and catch that Chronomancer. He's trying to slink away.
Come on. Oh,
That's a 12. He definitely catches the Chronomancer.
And there's one more thing as well with the
Yes.
tank. Tank Shock over here was being paid to go against them because they want the mortal woundies.
Okay.
So it's 14 dice again coming in to see if
Alright.
we can do it.
I love it. 5s to do mortals.
Ooh,
how many you get this time?
Yeah, okay, that's still okay. That's still 4.
5. I see 5, 4. That'll kill that guy. He hasn't got a feel no pain.
Smash.
So he'll go down to 5 wounds remaining. And now we can fight. We piled in here, but there's also devastating wounds through the Brutalis on the charge over here against the Offerdens.
4 is 3 mortal wounds.
3 mortal wounds. That kills 1.
Not bad.
1's on 2 wounds remaining. Then the Brutalis has 6 attacks, and he hits on 3s. And he hits 4 times,
Nice.
but it's 2s to kill. Re-roll him as those. I like his fists are like a like that.
Little grabber claws.
So only 3 because I managed to roll a 1
Only
and a
3.
1.
That's okay. There's only 2 there.
-2.
Is it minus
2?
2?
6 up saves,
Is
mate.
it? I thought it was minus 3 for some
Not
reason.
this time around.
Well, he still wipes the squad. He still wipes the squad. Now we're coming on to the very angry Tech Marine swinging his big axe of doom.
You smashed my buddy. So he's got 7 attacks now.
Yes.
And he's going to be hitting you on 3s, but we're rolling everything because of both the moment.
Yeah.
And it's a good thing that we are because he's a bit
He
wild.
doesn't get
wild
into
with
fight.
And that's also
No,
only 6
often.
dice.
That's only 6 dice.
Yeah.
Go on, Jules, you can count. There we go. Cool.
Okay, brilliant.
He still
What is
misses.
the strength of his axe?
Now, it's 6. He's going to be wounding you on 5s.
Okay. Re-roll him for Oath of Moment. He's really angry.
Oh,
Is that all 5?
Yeah.
all 5.
And he's got a servo arm as well, a little sting in the tail after this. Right?
-2, 2 damage apiece.
Well, 4 up saves. I make all the
Damn you!
saves. I defy you, little techno dude.
Come on, please, servo arm. Hit with your 3s. He hits.
He hits.
Will he wound on 3s again? So it is -2 again for you.
4 plus and bun.
Damn you!
I make the save.
He's just flipping him off.
It's he's like, I'll kill this one as well. So the Redemptor's got to kill him before he gets a chance
Okay,
to
5
kill
attacks.
the Scorpec Lord.
5
He
attacks.
raises his fist
Come on, dude.
and he hits.
4
times?
5 times.
Nice.
Now it is strength 12. So 3
Toughness
to
7.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, it's all wounds. All 5
wounds.
through. -2.
And these are all 3 damage, right?
They are indeed.
So if I make 4 4s,
I know.
I'm okay.
Oh,
I don't make 4 4s. The Scorpec Lord gets wiped out.
I am.
And now we're on to the fight that everyone's been waiting for. Captain versus Chronomancer, and I've kept a CP in my pocket. Guess what it's for, Beanie?
Defying me.
For a CP reroll.
Oh.
This guy will live. We can roll here. Where should we roll? Roll here?
Yes, I was going to say.
Okay. Power fists to the face.
2s.
Oh, nice.
He misses one. He misses 2.
2.
Yeah.
He misses 2.
He's toughness 4.
He is toughness 4.
So 2's wound.
2, 3 wounds.
Minus
3, 4 plus invulnerable saves. He's okay. I defy you.
And now 2 hits with the relic blade.
Okay.
No.
Only 1 hit.
Oh, no. He mugged us on.
3s.
He doesn't even wound. He doesn't even wound, and he strikes back at you, and he hits you a couple of times,
Blimey.
and he wounds you. Strength 5. Those are -1.
All right.
I wound you.
He's toughness 6.
Is he?
So 2 times.
So 2 wounds then.
Yeah.
2.
times. Oh, he's
A
mugged him
scratch.
off. He's mugged him
I
off.
scratch him. He turns around and goes. And at this point of the game, the Chronomancer is the last surviving Necron on the table.
Yeah, true.
And on 4 wounds, he slips through a dimension. The Captain doesn't manage to get him. The Vindicare doesn't manage to get him. I must concede at this point and rescue this little fellow who's going to earn himself a name. And this is the way the world ends. we're defending of the stronghold, and that's the tempting target down there, because you were on all 3 objectives in no man's land at the start of the turn. At the end of turn 4, you're going to be on 73 points.
Well.
Very nice.
And I'm only on 22.
Well.
So in the way it works in tournaments, technically, is you run to turn 5.
Mm-hmm.
So we'd run all the way to turn 5 where you'd max out your primaries and then pick up a couple more cards. Let's have a quick look at the cards. Yeah, then in the next turn, you'd have maxed out the primaries. You'd have been able to get 4 points on Investigate Signal. So, gentlemen, with the painting standard at the end of turn 5, that is 92 points.
Wellity. I've never achieved anything so great in my life ever. So, pretty happy.
It is the most amazing thing ever. I mean, getting over 90 points in 10th edition is really, really hard.
Yay.
I got 22. It's like a participation trophy.
The worst thing is that we failed our personal quest, because you always say the videos have to tell our story.
Yes.
And unfortunately, when the Chronomaster slipped away, he took with him the one piece of information that we were hunting for in the first place. So it's not even a victory.
So what we're saying is the reason why the Inquisition actually sanctioned this Vindicare assassin to come to this battle grid, the reason why this entire force was deployed was to destroy that Chronomancer.
Unfortunately so, yeah.
And he managed to slip away. So while you've won the battle, you've lost the war, and it's a victory for the Necrons, who scored 22 points to the Astartes 92.
Everyone wins.
That was a really good game. I had a lot of fun. Thank you both for coming down.
Oh, thank you for inviting us, man. It's been an absolute pleasure. A real honour to play on this table and to play against you. So thank you very much.
It was just, there's so much lols behind the camera and things. I like the fact as well that this army, there was a lot of stuff going on with this army.
Yeah, I mean, there is no cohesion when you actually look at it in terms of a list, because it is literally whatever we could get painted for the date. At the same time, it's worked out really well. We had sort of like, every time that a unit would get deleted or move on, we had something to respond to.
Yeah.
But playing against those Necrons, the sheer terror that you put in us with the Nightbringer, man, that thing is crazy. We had to take it down. And without Oath of Moment and its potential broken capacity, we wouldn't have been able to do that. Hands down, we wouldn't have been able to.
I think there is some cohesion in our list, because we have 3 dreadnoughts all around our lovely Primaris. Technically, they're very happy.
You mean the easiest things to paint in a quick time frame? Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
So on Live and Let's Dice,
Yes.
YouTube channel, what are your favourite armies to play?
Oh, for me, it's got to be the Emperor's Children. Like, I love them more than anything. I am a deep sexual pervert, and that is a big problem for me. Like, I'm a huge fan of the lore. I'm a huge fan of the lore.
Because you love purple?
Well, it's a beautiful...
Do you want me to edit that last
No,
bit?
not at all.
Fine.
So keep that in. And the thing is that I absolutely love purple, and when we put it out to the community about what colour scheme that they wanted the Sentinels of Brobnar to have, they selected purple with red and black. And I won't lie, for the longest time, getting it to work was the hardest part in the world. But thanks to the likes of Crazy Doug and Lawson, we managed to get a colour scheme nailed down, and we're super happy with it.
You know Slanesh and the Emperor's Children and XS and stuff?
Yes.
It's not all about sexy. It can be about loud noises, explosions, a really nice chocolate, roller coasters and puppies and penguins and things like that.
But it is mainly about the sexy.
Yeah, I've been on the wrong end of the web for too long, sorry.
Games Workshop definitely don't want it to be about the sexy.
No, they've tried very hard to retcon that one, haven't they?
Yeah, because back in the 80s, it was all about, hey, would you like this? Anyway, no, skip on, move on. Your favourite army, Beanie?
So mine, to play until 10th edition, was Tau, who is also and my Tau army is purple. So there is a bit of a running theme that our favourite thing is purple.
Yeah, true that. But we also have tons of different armies that we have a good kick out of. Unfortunately, we're both in the doldrums with the Tau at the moment.
What have they done to Tau?
Wrecked them.
Why?
Destroying the Markalite system has completely wrecked anything that they can do, and taken away the AP on their ranged weapons, which is pretty much all they can do, has just made them a bit ineffectual, and they took away my beloved Onager Gauntlet, flying in with strength 12 and slapping face.
Combat Tau was a thing.
And I loved it. It was the way I played.
I think basically Games Workshop are full of carnivores. They hate fish. They don't like fish. No fish on the menu.
Yeah, true that.
So no more Tau. Tau is no longer allowed.
Although, you've got to say, though, the Mushroom Boys have been getting a good glow up. I'm enjoying the Orcs. Orc Boys for life. Let's go.
I haven't touched them yet, and I haven't played against them yet.
They're brilliant. They
rematch.
Yeah. Having that 5-up armor save on them, and the fact that they're pretty tough.
Yeah.
And you can do a fair amount of mortal wounds. And the Squigosaur guy,
the beast boss on Squigosaur,
for a field of pain. He just will not die.
Can you take 3 of them? Is he an epic hero?
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Don't Grots have an OC of 2 now or something broken?
Yes, they do.
Oh.
It's amazing.
They're as good as Space Marines at holding an objective. Why?
And they fish for command points as well.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Search for gubbins.
Yeah. I love Grots. I've got about 50 down there. Anyway,
Yep.
that was lovely. Thanks for coming down. Don't forget to check out Live and Let's Dice. Any more shout-outs? I think we covered everything.
Got to shout out Rapid, my boy, who you fought with the Imperial Knights
Yes.
recently, again with the Death Guard. Got to shout out Crazy Doug as well for the paint jobs. Got to shout out Chewie for being a massive legend, quite literal in that sense.
He's also a massive member.
Yeah, indeed he is, and may have one indeed. But anyway, that's a different type of thing.
Back to the Slanesh.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'll cut that.
And also, just a massive shout out to your community as well as ours for supporting us and allowing us to be here. Thank you very much.
I can tell that you're a member of What Culture and all that, and you've been doing this for a lot. That was really professional. Like I sometimes watch other YouTube channels and go, that's like nice. I like the way they did. I mean, one day maybe I might be able, yeah, that was good. No, right. I'm speechless now. I'm in awe. Thanks Beanie, thanks Jules, thanks for coming all the way down. If you liked that battle report, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification. You say stuff like that, right? Don't forget to press the bell. That's the thing. If you love the Slanesh stuff, definitely press the bell, but make sure you wash your hands afterwards. Happy wargaming.